Shanei and Alejandro Bratti from the Believe in Yourself, Believe in Your Business show, and we welcome you to the Spanglish World Network on Singo TV channel 250 and 251. Please remember to download both the Singo TV app and on the respective app stores on Apple and Android devices. And while you download, make sure that you rate and leave a comment. The app is free. Singo TV is also available on Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire and Fire TV sticks, and Roku sticks on all smart TV devices from 2016 forward. We are so happy to have Paola and Yamile with us today. Welcome, guys.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure. How are you, Yamile?
Great. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes,
we hear you very
yes,
well.
we can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. I'm
So
fine,
we
thank you.
we wanted to do this today different, a little bit different. We have been in a business challenge that we created with Shanei during this week. It's about lead generation challenge and how we can help you to improve your process of getting customers or having customers. And the first thing that comes to my mind, Shanei, and I know that that's exactly what happened to us when we decided to do this challenge, is we know that there is a lot of people like Paola and Jamile that they have a lot of knowledge in their area of expertise, and they are doing something amazing. They have a lot of things to share, but at the same time, they are not having all the customers that they are supposed to have because they need to learn this area of expertise of and understanding how is it. So today it's about for everybody that is listening to us. It's about hearing the stories, what is happening during the challenge. It's something that is happening this week, so that's why for us this is amazing to have you here, Paola and Jimele, because we can be talking something that is happening right now to you. It's not something that a few months ago happened this and I have these results, but what is happening right now. Of course, we would like to invite you maybe in a couple of months to see what really happened after this process. But tell us a little bit, Paola, in your experience, why you entered the program lead generation. What were you thinking, and what is happening right now with you?
Well, thanks for having me. And the reason why I enroll is because, first of all, I know you guys are like high quality, uh, high performance coaches, business coaches, and the trust is there. It's like, I know you know your stuff. So, the problem that I'm trying to solve is aligning my message with my audience because I feel like I have the knowledge, I have the strategies, I have the techniques. Is like I feel like it's like I'm ready, like I'm ready, but it's just getting the right alignment with the right audience, because I'm not here to sell to everyone and serve everyone, right? But there is a percentage in the population that I know I can help, and it's just aligning my service with the right people.
So when you think about aligning, I know that you are also in the mental health, and you are trying to help people, and that's exactly what you do, help people in their with their mindset, how they are thinking, how they can really attract what they want to attract. Why you say that you can serve everyone and you want to serve some of them, that question is important
It's a,
because
yeah. Well, I'm trying to like in my mind, I I feel like I already niche my services, to leaders, people that are level one leadership, probably, like from level one to level three. Like they want to reach the level three level of leadership. So I know that I have the strategies and techniques. I know, like the brain health background of it with the self development and neuroencoding, and like that's who my people are. But I'm trying to align my message, with that crowd that needs my services.
That's awesome. And do you feel like you've made some progress this week?
Of course, yes. There is more clarity, and and on finding my audience. Is that there is more clarity on the message of how I can sell my program, sell my services, and that's one of I was struggling with that. It's like, well, what is the right 5 sentences that are key for people to know what I do within just half a page, where I don't have to write half a book or a chapter to tell them this is what I do, but in just a summary.
Yeah.
This is what my main focus is and how I serve. So yeah, it's been amazing. A lot of aha moments.
I'm happy. I'm very, very glad. And Paola, tell us a little bit about your business. You said previously you also have a TV show. How is that going?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I get to, interview people within the self-development world, and I love to learn, and I think I will die trying to continue to learn more, because my kids are getting older. Now we are post-pandemic, so there is always new strategies, new techniques that I can learn to improve my profession, and also become a better mom, better wife, and just a better daughter and human being.
Yeah, it's amazing what drives people to become, self mastery, and that is really important with mental health, and really just like reading self help books, and yeah, just bettering oneself to be the best version of yourself.
Yes, because life is always changing. New stages in life arrive. I'm gonna have to learn to be a mother-in-law in the future. So I want to be a good one. So it's like those little stages in life that I have to know the tools, and I have to know the strategies so that I can make it happen. It's like as a little girl, and I think that happened as a little girl. Living, I mean, I love my parents. They're I am who I am because of my mom and my dad, right? But I don't know, I was born with a hunger of wanting more. I wanted more out of a family. Like in the model of my world, it was like happy families exist. It's like,
Yeah.
I know there are happy families out there because I witnessed a few. So it's like, that's what I wanted for my marriage, for my family. Is like, I want a happy family, and I'm blessed to express that. It's like my dream came true. So I feel blessed because of it. So I know it's possible. So it's just finding the beautiful strategies and techniques that the people teach us out there, because you guys have the experience of businesses. So it's trusting those that have higher knowledge and the right strategies and techniques. That's how I learn.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good strategy to use. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there is times where it's like I'm doing in the middle of something, and I think, well, I remember Alejandro teaching me this. So it's like, it's my choice. Do I choose what he taught me, or do I choose trying something new? Well, he's done it before. It's like, and I'm like, okay, I go with that. Or reading a book. I mean, you guys probably have been there too. Like, there are some times that Brene Brown is with me because I'm like, oh, she's been through this. And she was in the shame and guilty, storm. Okay, but she got out of it. So that's what I love about this world, because there's always that has done it already.
Yeah. And you don't have to make your own mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes and just apply what works and water what works.
Yes. And just be blessed that people want to share, because where I come from, you don't share recipes. Like I'm from Mexico, and there's some people out there that are not willing to share the family recipe. So I grew up in an environment where it's like, do I share or not? Because it has to stay within the family, or you know what I mean? So I grew up in an environment where certain things were not shared, or valuable things were not shared. So now I'm learning to, it's like, no, it's like, I'll share because I don't want to grow alone, and I want others to teach my kids. I don't know. I mean, if you guys have kids, I can only plant certain seeds, but I pray to God that somebody else comes and water those plants, because they will not listen to me. Well, 100%, right? There's going to come a time where they're going to be independent, and I'm like, they might be like, whatever, mom. So that's another reason why. That's another reason why, because if I can empower other people, I know somebody else will be there for my children. So it's kind of like a cycle.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, since you spoke about sharing, like when you're an entrepreneur, you gain followers, which is basically your own family. And if you share your secrets to your success, that will enable them to also have success. And then, in a world where we have children, it's important to share, especially in the industry that you're in. Let's say you're sharing some secrets about how to raise a child, and about their brain development, their brain health, their mental health. When you share that within your community and within your direct community, where you stay, and not only from your clients, then you know that you're building a better society and better thinking patterns for the people around you. So that, when you're a parent, I don't know if you guys are like that, but you try to educate your child in the best way, and you are sometimes afraid to let other people that is not as conscious as you are about what you teach and what you expose them to. So you're afraid that they will have a negative influence on your kids. So when you create a community like that, it's very powerful, because then they are able to water the seeds that you've planted.
Yes. I agree with you. And that's what
Yeah,
matters, right? What we leave behind. That's what it tells
So,
exactly.
quick question, Paola, because I know that the challenge has been 3 days until now. It's going to have another 2 days. The first day was talking about creating funnels. The second day was about understanding who is your ideal customer. And the third one was about creating an offer. So, if you can say one takeaway from each of them, what can that be?
First of all, the funnel, because you hear funnels, funnel here, funnel there, and to me, was a complicated thing to master a funnel. Now I know it's not that complicated. It's kind of like a landing page, and you need your main points on that landing page, with the opportunity for whoever wants more of you to just register. Like, they give you the email, and then you provide, like a freebie. But the what I liked is, like, it has to be simple for our customers. It's like, it has to be clear of what I offer. It has to be like, this is like a clear message and simple for them to be like, okay, give me more. I want more of this information, and then just enter one single email and then click enroll. And then the second day, it it was beautiful because it gave me a sense of emotion to talk to my ideal client, who I call it the gatekeeper, who will say yes to my offer. So it gave me a clear message, where it's like, okay, this is how I need to talk to this person, because this is what I have to offer. And sometimes we rumble our words, because I get so excited of what I do and what I have to offer, that I
Yeah.
rumble, and at the same time, they might not hear or get the true message, and then they miss out of the opportunity, to experience the training that I offer. So that was that. Yesterday was amazing because I was able to, like, an aha moment was like, oh, okay, I got it, because I have the logic of it. I just needed the emotional uh, attachment, the emotional message was like, this is what I do. Yeah. No, it's like I get so excited because it's like it's information that has healed me. It's like it's nothing that I haven't tried. It's nothing that somebody told me about it. It's like I lived it. So that's why I get so emotional, because it healed me, it transformed me. And then today it was about that core offer. And I have to grow on that area. It's like I have to be like honor of what I am offering. I grew up with my dad had a business. And so I grew up with a business mindset, but because he didn't run the business correctly, as in like monetizing, like he wasn't as organized. So I began to believe that owning a business wasn't the right thing because of what I was witnessing it. But I know within me, I have the business spirit. So I have to work on my mindset of, this is what I offer, and don't be shy to charge. That's one of the things that I personally, I have to work on it. Whereas like, this is what I have, this is the value, and don't be ashamed, but it's like, be proud of the product. Like this, it healed me. It transformed me,
Yeah.
not only me, but the people, my friends that we hang out with in the brain health revolution, neuroencoding. It's like I've seen their transformation as well. So I should not be ashamed of selling, and I'm at that stage, and today it
and
helped.
and exactly what you are doing right now, everybody that is listening, I'm sure that they want that. Really, I'm telling you the truth. Like the way you are presenting this, that's exactly the way to present your offer. It's like why you are so excited about it, why you want to help them, why you want to work with them, because you experience something so amazing that you want to share it with them, and you have to share that excitement. And if you do that, I know there is going to be a lot of people that you will have like a long line.
Thank you.
That's exactly what you need to do. It's understand, have the same excitement, and try to sell it the same way.
Okay.
And you
Yeah.
don't have to be thinking that you are selling. You are offering and your gift.
Yes, and that's beautiful that you say that. It's I try to think, like Dr. Amen. He's a famous psychologist. I learned from him about brain health, and he says whenever you teach people about, like, let's say the section of biology where they think they have to stop eating certain things, it's they think of scarcity, but it's the abundance they're going to get whenever they eat healthy. Like they're going to feel better, their psychology is going to be better. So that's where I'm at. I'm at that point where it's like I have to shift to like abundance, all the beautiful things that they're going to get and transform their life. But
Yeah.
I'm a work in progress. And I'm glad I'm happy, guys.
And we are loving that. This is amazing. And
Yeah, Bon,
Jamile,
like there's really like a beaming light shining out of you, and I would love for you to share that with the world so that you can help serve and support more and more and more people.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
so Jamile, I know that I believe that you are in the gym, right? At the gym.
That's
Yes,
good.
that is my training time. Well, I'm a movement artist, so I'm like very disciplined with my craft.
So thank you for being here with us today. Tell us a little bit of what is happening with you, why you decided to enter the program, and what are you looking for in this week.
Okay, what is happening with me is that I am seeing some blocks, mental blocks, that I am right now deciding to open that energy and open that mindset.
Oh. We lost
think
you.
she doesn't have good signal.
It
uh,
happens.
sh- yeah.
It happens.
Maybe in the meanwhile, when she came back, maybe Shanei, we explain a little bit of what uh, we were talking maybe about the ideal customer, because I know that the ideal customer sometimes is difficult to understand why people need to be thinking about the ideal customer, why that is something that can change their game, why that is really going to be a game changer for any business or any person.
Sure, sure. So I'm pretty sure if you're an entrepreneur, all your marketing advisors or even business advisors tell you that you should know who your target audience is. So I call it a perfect customer because that perfect customer is somebody who is your biggest fan. They love to pay you, they love what you deliver, and they don't want anybody else. So I usually take people through a process which is called finding your perfect customer. And that's really the key to successful marketing. So if you want to speak to your perfect customer, the benefit of that is that you can create offers within your business that they will want and that they will love. So you'll see what the need is. Does it fuel their pain and their problem? And then you can create an offer that is the best solution for them. So just to tell you a little bit about that is I usually ask people like, who is it that they want to work with, and who is it that they don't want to work with. So writing down characteristics about who you don't want to work with is as important as defining who you want to work with. For example, you do not want to work with people who don't have the capacity to pay you. That is someone that's not your perfect customer. Um, I always advise my customers that you don't want to be a commodity. You want to be in a category of one. You want to be in your own category. So then you'll be able to ask the prices that you want because you will know exactly what your perfect customer is looking for or have been looking for their whole life. And you'll be positioned as the solution. So, with that being said, I normally ask them, your perfect customer, what are the kinds of problems that they are running into with regards to your products and services? So, for example, um, Paola's perfect customer would have a problem such as a blocked mindset. They can't see further because they don't know how to look around. They can only look at the problem and they can't see it from different perspectives. So that is a serious problem, especially in the workplace where you serve, Paola, because that can keep people from being productive. It can keep them from mingling with their coworkers. It can keep them from doing teamwork and just want to be in their own little cubicle. No one must look at me. I'm just here to do my job, and go home. That's a huge problem. And then the pain that goes together with it is things like, I'm not good enough to be in the team. I am not good enough to be heard or seen or to even speak about my ideas. I can't I can't be as good as my coworkers. All those negative soundtracks goes into your mind and you play it for yourself 24/7, especially when you're at work, and it starts to affect your personal life as well. People get depressed so easily today, and it's so important for us to lift them up because we love our people and we want them to be better. So that is also dealing with a bit of feelings and emotions. So you can dig a little deeper into their emotions. Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling like you aren't being heard? Do you feel like you have a voice or not? These are all very strong things that we as humans crave to have. We want to be heard. We want to tell our story, and we want to make an impact in the world. So those are the key things that needs to go together with your perfect customer. You need to identify that and see that. Because if you can see that, you can seed that in your offer.
Mm.
Then we're talking a little bit about solutions. What is your solution to their problem? So, for example, Paola, your solution would be to give them one-on-one coaching, or you could work out a tailored package for each business. Or if you are working one-on-one, let's say with a single entrepreneur, or if it's only businesses, you can speak to all of them. Then we're speaking about success. What does success look like for your perfect customer? Does it look like they have smiling and happy faces where people are just happy? Or does it look like they're productive? They're thinking for themselves. They are helping the company because they feel comfortable to give their ideas. They feel like they're being heard, and they are in their spare time looking for, how can I do this better? Because if you are praised, then you want to impress more. So that is what I think success for your customers would look like. And then you take them through the transformation. What does that transformation even look like? You know? So taking someone from being sad, lonely, and depressed, who is not producing anything, to seeing them bloom. They love their life. They love their job. They love interacting with their teammates, and they can't wait to get to work all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You know, that's a massive transformation. And I believe that that is what you help people do, right, Paula? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, of course. That's, like I said, what I have done to transform and better my life is like, here, this is what has worked for me. And with all my heart, that's what I try to, I do deliver.
And tell me a little bit about, what does that feel like? What does that feel? What did it feel like for you? And what do you foresee that will feel like for your perfect customers?
To me, it's healing, and it felt freedom, because I felt like I was stuck on an idea, on a belief, different beliefs. So it's like, as I work through it and I figure out that, it's like based on my identity that I was more and I was capable of more, and finding the path, because sometimes we feel that we're capable of more, we just don't know what roadmap to take. So self-development gave me the roadmap, and as women, I think is like we are craving it, because our limbic system is bigger than a man. So we are capable to love more, or to express more love, more compassion, more empathy. But then, because sometimes we don't know how to express it, then we feel trapped and we feel stuck. So that's part of it that I am bringing into the trainings. I talk to moms that are struggling with parenting. I also talk to them about their marriage, because sometimes it's just an idea that we have, but if we tilt it just to the other angle, then they can see that their marriage is worth it, that they married the right person, and if they're happy with their work environment, because we hire their standards, is going to better their life, not only at work but also at home. And that's my biggest purpose. Bring awareness in the workplace, where it's like, you guys have to focus on your biology. Let's make Susie in charge of keeping us hydrated. She can remind us, hey, have you drank your water today? Let's keep Mark accountable for our psychology. He can teach us how to get along better. What strategies can we implement for our environment to just rise up to, like, we're always happy and glad to see each other. And then let's bring somebody that loves spirituality. They can share with us what they learn on Sunday at their service, or what they heard on a podcast or a book. But if we learn to raise our standards, at work, keep each other accountable uh, for a brain health, then we're going to go home and we're going to show up with a smile. We're going to be able to be better parents, better wife. And it's just a cycle, I think, of life, that if we practice the right strategies and techniques with accountability, because I think we need the accountability for us to be like, oh, you know what, last week I didn't drink plenty of water because I forgot my container, but I make sure that I have it this week. Because we're humans, and we're going to fell off the wagon at times, but we have our team and our family that keep us accountable for our new behaviors, our new habits.
Mm.
Yeah. And it takes a while to sort of implement those habits in your life. It takes, what, 26 days to
Yes.
form a habit and keep it. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's really important to, like for it to stay there. And accountability is a really big key if you want to better yourself.
Yes. And one of the things that I tell them is like, I'm presenting here today. I said, but don't you think I learned all this yesterday? So give yourself some grace, like we give our children, thousands of times the opportunity to learn how to walk, the opportunity to learn how to read. So we have to have the self-compassion for ourselves as well to dominate that one habit that we're seeking.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, and the other idea really that happens when you are thinking about your ideal customer is, okay, for example, I know that what you are doing, Paola, it can everybody needs that. Like not one people or two, but everybody. So both understanding for you who is the ideal customer for you is going to help you to start to narrow and start to talk to them. And it's like, okay, this is exactly the type of people that I want to work, because we can attract some people, not everybody, and we want to attract some people, not everybody. We want to be working with some people, not everybody. We want to understand how they are thinking. And another idea that is very important for people that are listening to us today is, when you, for example, when you are thinking about a car, and I want to buy a car. If you only think about a car, it's like whatever, it can be from a very little car to a very big car. It can be whatever in the middle. It can be something that it's the cost is $500 to $500,000. So it's like whatever in the middle. So but when you start to think like, okay, who is my ideal customer? I want to work with one type of person. What is that person? And you start to think about that little person. What is that person doing? How he is thinking? How is he feeling? All the questions that Shanei was doing. Suddenly, you start to be thinking like that car, but it's not only a car, but it's a Porsche that has this color and this it's a Porsche Macan that it has this engine and everything. You are talking about all the details of the car. That's what we are doing with the thinking about your ideal customer. You are starting to write all the details of that person. And what happens when you are thinking about that car, and you at the beginning you were thinking only a car, but when you start to see like, okay, it's a Porsche that is yellow, that it's a Porsche Macan that has the ring is 19 and inside is leather, and you are thinking about all the little details. Suddenly you go outside your house and you are going to start to see, oh, but there are some Porsches here and there is another one there, and suddenly you start to see a lot of those cars around. Why that start to happen? You started to write to your subconscious what is exactly what you want, and when you start to talk it, suddenly you start to see that your subconscious is helping you to see around that it's there, it's already there. So sometimes when you are thinking about, okay, I want to have more business, and you don't have a clue of who is your customer or who is the ideal customer for you, how you can attract it, how you can see it. It can be in front of you, but because you don't have clarity, you can see it, and you can attract him because you don't know exactly what you really want. And that's why this is really powerful.
Yes, yeah. So every anybody that is listening to us that sometimes they see challenges out there, and you just don't know, go for it, because I always learn, even the free ones. Like I was like, I'm gonna, if I have the time, I enroll, because there is always something new we can implement. And especially if you are in the self-development world, let's serve better. Like there's always new ways to serve better, because we're always improving. Life is changing, stages of life, uh, are happening. So yes, it's like I'm so blessed to have the time to be able to be spending the week with you guys, because it has truly brought me more clarity, like, and I see your passion and how you're teaching. And then I'm like, oh, wow, it's like I feel the emotion as well. And I'm learning, new ways that I can implement and serve, at let's say, higher level now, because it's like I'm learning, from you guys. And that's amazing. So I know there's people out there that are very skeptical about challenges, or very skeptical, even if they say free webinar. But it's like there's always that one thing we can, learn to improve areas of our life. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and really the important thing, for example, you are saying I had the time, but what you are saying really is something that you made the time to do that, because you are a mom, you have a business, you are creating customers, you are doing. If I ask you, you can tell me like 20 things that you need to do today. Uh, and maybe you are missing another 20 when you tell me the first 20. So it's like everybody is busy, and that's something that we understand pretty well, even ourselves. Like sometimes it's like, okay, Shanei, we do it a challenge of 5 days, or maybe 3 days is better because we don't have the time to do. But it's like, okay, but we if we really want to serve people, we want to do it as much as possible. And what we want is you understand what is the heart behind us. It's not only telling you, this is some nuggets and now buy the big ticket program, like this is, but it's okay. You can understand what is really the heart behind, and you can start to buy from there. And that's why even today we are having this discussion here to help people to understand, okay, maybe you are struggling, you have a very good idea, business idea, you are with all the technical skills that you have, is like, okay, this is amazing, but I don't have a clue how to mix it, how to really attract the customers. I have everything here, but I don't know how to create this here. Okay, contact us. Okay, look for Alejandro Bratti in LinkedIn, in whatever. There is, I am in all the social medias, and if I am not there, tell me, and I will create a page there also.
yeah.
Shanei is also there. It's like we are everywhere. So just look for us and look for help. And of course, you need to feel that you are connected with them. If you don't feel that you are connected with us, it's like, okay, we are not the right people for you.
Yeah, I've met Alejandro about a year ago, and this is one of the things that he's always challenging me is in the business mindset. Because I feel like I have the heart and I have the tools, but it's the business mindset. But every time I talk to him, he always brings good strategies, good information that is like, he is right. It's like, how can I implement that? And it takes baby steps to do it. But it's like I'm here learning from you this week, but is reinforcing, what we've talked before, and then with new information where it's like, yep, and I feel like I am, there is a little bit of progress with the baby steps on the business mindset. And then Shanei is like, she's amazing, asking me questions about my ideal client. And I'm like, I thought I had it together, but it's like, you know in more detail, how could you, how could you describe the ideal client? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, hang on. Like there's always room for improvement. So it's been a good 3 days for me personally, because it's giving me a fresh perspective of my business, is giving me a fresh perspective of the business side. Like today we talked about the core sale, and I have to do my homework, by the way, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Thank you, Paola.
thank you guys for making the time to share your knowledge, because you are improving other people's businesses and mindset that is needed. We weren't born yesterday. It takes that the hunger as well, and the growth mindset. The growth mindset that we don't know it all, but I'm willing to learn, and so that I can serve better.
Yeah, because you do get at a point where you realize I have too many leads, I have too many customers. How am I going to scale my business? And that's a really good problem to have. And, even when that happens, there are so many strategies that you can implement to expand your business in the fastest way possible, or as fast as you're comfortable to go, the pace that you're able to go at. But just, I want to just connect with what Alejandro and you spoke about earlier. And I just want to encourage people that if you have a dream in your heart and you feel like you have a purpose, don't let that die inside you. You were made for so much more in life than just doing the rat race, go to bed, wake up, go to work, eat a little, go home, and then just like put that cycle on repeat. If you have a song in your heart, you gotta bring it out and sing it. There are ways that you can do that, especially if you're working a 9 to 5. You can build up your business in your own time until you match your salary once or twice and do what you were born to do for the rest of your life. It will give you time freedom. It'll give you financial freedom. It will be able to fuel the finances that you need in order to do a social project, for example, taking care of hungry kids, helping abused people to get a safe haven and rehabilitate them to push them out into the world again, to help more people, and they will become an inspiration for other people who has also been stuck in their circumstances. So it's a whole cycle of helping one another to create a better society, a better world for everyone to live in. So I just wanted to encourage you guys that you have that little voice inside your head and that passion in your heart for a purpose. And if you don't follow that purpose, chances are you'll never be fulfilled. And we really want to help you fulfill your purpose and live the life that you were born to live and that you so crave. I know exactly what that feels like, and that is, I'm living my dream, and I seriously want to encourage every single one on this planet to also live their dream. It's so fulfilling. It's such a blessing to me. It's a blessing to the people around me, and I can't wait to help you.
And I know that at the end we couldn't listen to Jamil, but for example, I know that this is okay if I share this. Yesterday she wrote this to us, just talking about what happened in one of the days that she was with us in the challenge, and she was talking thoughts. I felt nauseous and pain in my chest after the session. So for me, I've moved a lot of block energy in my mind and body, pain that drives to success. And this drives me to do this homework as honest as possible. Thank you. So that's exactly the type of thing that we want to be doing. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. because it's exactly what happens. There are things that you are blocking in your head that you believe that is not possible, and it's part of your belief system. And it's like that's exactly what you need to be aware and start to work with. It's like, okay, how I am going to improve this area, because I am thinking that it's not possible. Or maybe you are thinking about your dream right now, that you are listening to us. Oh yeah, I have my dream, but it's and if the second thought is a negative thought about, yeah, I have this dream, but I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I am already too old, I am too young, I have, and you can write like 100 excuses of why you can follow your dream. uh, and I am, what is exactly the thing that you can do and that you already have. And if you start to think about the possibilities and not the impossibilities, you are going to start to change, and you are going to start to open your subconscious to tell you how to do it. But if everything is about, okay, this is the dream, but these are my 100 negative thoughts about that dream because it's really impossible, then of course your subconscious knows that you don't have to create anything, because really it's so negative that it's not possible to be done. But you can be thinking like, no, this idea it's good because I am a mom. I have kids that I am taking care, because I want people to have the same feeling like me. I want to serve, and you start to give like a lot of good reasons of why you need to follow this dream. You start to create your ideal customer. What is my ideal customer? These all these ideas. Those things are positive things that you are creating for your business. Suddenly you start to see like, oh, the subconscious things, I have to create something because Paola is really looking for this. It's not something that in the past she was thinking that, yeah, I have this dream, but the next minute she forgot because she was thinking about other things. But you are thinking and rethinking and creating the possibilities of how to do it. So Paola, this was really great. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you, guys. I just want to bring this up that complexity uh, is the enemy, of execution. So it's simplicity is one of the codes for success. It's like simplicity, because I remember feeling overwhelmed. I remember feeling like I know what I want. Like I could feel it right here. I was like I knew what I wanted to do, but it was so overwhelmed that I just didn't know how to start. But it's like training after training after training, after challenges and seminars, and here I am. So it's taking that step, and then the second step. So it is possible uh, to go after, but it's just do not overwhelm with complexity. Just keep it simple, and that's one of the codes of success.
Mm,
Thank you for sharing that, Paula.
Yes.
I love it. So thank you, Shanei, also for today, for the
Thank
session.
you.
And thank you everyone that is listening to us. We are really happy, and next week we continue having this type of discussions. If you are thinking like, okay, what Alejandro, Paola, and Shanei are telling me you telling me right now, it's really talking to my heart. You have to move and look for us, and you have to look for help, and we are more than welcome to help you. We are, like I told you, in Facebook, in Instagram, in LinkedIn, everywhere, and you can book a call with us, and we can help you with that. So, thank you, everyone. This show can also be heard on the Spanglish Radio Network. Please check out spanglishworld.ca for all the news and programming. Spanglish World, watch it, hear it, read it, download it, and live it. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.